Alright, so here's the top strip. You can see where there's stuff sitting on it, where there's, sun damage around the top. Hopefully I'm going to sand that. I'm going to start sanding that with 120 grit. First I'm going to get the handles done and stripping done on the outside of the chest. The inside, a little bit of water damage over there in the corner. Not too concerned about that. It's still in really good condition. I gotta see the handholds where there's a lot of grease from hands and stuff built up, but we're just gonna go back at it. Gonna use the citrus strip again, and this takes, I believe, 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you can see if it comes off. I got a fair amount in here, but I'm going to do the handles first, which when I took off, I labeled them for right and left side. I don't know if the sun and the heat is really going to have any effect. I'll coat the left hand side. And this stuff has old paint. Somebody must have painted something above it. And I'm not worried about the brass plate that's nailed in there. It may polish it up. It may not. I'm going to roll with however it looks once it's done. Get a little extra in here first, because that's where and the finish does go over the edge, so I'll just plan on oil finishing this with linseed oil and rubbing that in. I'm just gonna liberally, coat. It's actually got a pretty pleasant odor to this stuff, better than the other stripper I use in some of my rifles. It's alright. I don't think it's as harsh. It took off a lot on the front side like this. I don't even think that had any finish left there. And this chest was basically stored, besides it getting rained on, it was stored outside. Are pretty cold and hot condition changes. And some of these knots, they're filled with some red kind of substance, and I don't even know what I'm going to redo that with. I'm going to get on the internet and figure out what other woodworkers do to fill cedar. When it's in there, I might try sanding, filling. If this dries out, it just keep coming back. Add more on top. Sometimes these strippers also pull other oil. I'm just gonna go around the chest. Sometimes they pull other oil and stuff out of the wood. We'll just let it work now. Alright, so The brass actually looks more copper now. This chest looks pretty good. I need to find out what this purple stuff is that they use to fill in some of these knots. You know, they got it to look like that. So I can, like some of it's just flaking out like this one. I'm gonna get something in there that's gonna stick in there. I did find a stamp on the back. Let's see if we can get her to focus in. 1889 is what it says, and there's maybe, well no, it looks like that was just a stamp over. So I'm assuming this chest was made in 1889. It's older than what I originally thought. I thought it was made in like 1902, 1903. There's the side, the inside. Still got a little bit of moisture that I want to dry out before I put it in the garage, and I'm just gonna maybe dry it one more time. A little bit of black stuff. I don't really know what that pitch or tar like stuff, but that'll sand off. That'll sand smooth. You can see a little bit of that discoloration, but that'll sand out, I'm hoping. The top sanded up pretty nice. There's still a little bit of finish there, but yeah, so far so good. Alright, thanks for watching.